When life feels stagnant, it rarely means you've stopped moving. Often it means the mental environment has become too noisy to navigate. Think of your mind as a web browser with 50 open tabs. Every unfinished task, every unresolved emotion, and every "I'll deal with that later" is running in the background, drawing from your limited processing power. The problem isn't a lack of energy. It's that your internal signal is split across too many competing frequencies. You're attempting to broadcast on 50 channels at the same time. Today, we are going to fix that. I'm going to walk you through a physical blueprint designed to locate those open tabs and close them, allowing your personal manifestation signal to strengthen. Alignment isn't achieved by pushing harder or adding more to your schedule. It happens when you strip away the interference, allowing the underlying frequency to come through. This schematic represents your brain's default mode network. Cognitive load theory shows excessive mental clutter traps this network in erratic loops, causing low-grade stress. When the mind quiets, signals smooth out, moving you from scattered alertness into heart coherence. Manifestation operates on a similar principle to radio transmission. The clearer the channel, the stronger the broadcast. It is a matter of managing your frequency bandwidth rather than increasing your force of will. To reclaim that bandwidth, we start with step 1. Create an inbox of the mind by writing down every lingering task, thought, and half-finished story onto a piece of paper. Do not edit, just get them out of your head. Let the pen capture the background hum of your day. Every "I should" and "maybe tomorrow" belongs on this page. Now, look at the list and cross out anything that does not belong to you right now. Someone else's expectations or worries about a future you can't influence yet, strike them through. Physically crossing out these items provides a somatic signal to your brain. You are externalizing the noise and clarifying exactly what you are and are not responsible for managing today. Step 2 is the 3-column reset. Sort your energy. In keep, list routines that expand your energy. In release, identify one draining obligation, like a habit born from guilt or an outdated belief. Naming a draining habit breaks its loop, moving it from an unconscious drain to a conscious choice. Finally, in delegate, place outcomes you cannot control, like how others respond or the exact timing of a breakthrough. This creates a designated psychological space for the things you cannot manage. You are assigning those variables to the universe, allowing your active mind to stop tracking them. By sorting your energy into these 3 columns, you transform a vague internal weight into a structured inventory. You are no longer guessing what needs your attention. You have to find it. Even after sorting, you may notice one single loud worry that continues to loop in the background. To dismantle that loop, we use step 3, Debug Mode. We test the frequency of that thought using 3 diagnostic questions to see if it even belongs in your system. First, is this mine? If the thought originates from someone else's anxiety or social noise, it is static. Breathe it out and let it go. Second, is it useful? If the thought doesn't help you make a decision or take an action, it is simply consuming your bandwidth. Set it aside. Third, is it current? If the thought belongs to a past regret or a future projection, it doesn't exist in this moment. Archive the file. Now anchor this clarity with step 4, the micro meditation. Close your eyes. Take a slow, intentional breath and notice the space you've created. Imagine a mental volume dial. Slowly turn down the chatter, click by click, until you find the silence beneath the noise. This quietness is your natural state of alignment. It was already there. You simply removed the interference that was drowning it out. You have now mapped your energy, closed unnecessary mental tabs, and recalibrated your baseline frequency. While most people try to add new habits to feel better, you have focused on reducing interference. This is the core of energetic minimalism. Your task this week is simple. Pick one item from your release column and take physical action to close that tab today. Cancel a meeting that doesn't align or delete a distracting app. Notice how your internal space feels once that specific point of static is removed. When the friction decreases, movement becomes more natural. For a deeper look at these tools and the science behind them, listen to the full podcast episode linked in the description. The universe responds to a coherent signal. You don't need to shout your desires. Just clear the static and let your frequency be heard.